Hello everyone, welcome back to Technique Tuesday on the Cherry on Top's YouTube channel. We are playing with Chipboard this month. I am going to be using my favorite chipboard, which is from Minte. This chipboard is less cardboard and more of a very nice thin wood veneer. I'm going to use my craft knife to pop out the pieces that I'm going to use, and we are going to do some heat embossing on these beautiful chipboard pieces today. All of the chipboard pieces that I am using are from the School Days collection, and when we get to the part where I do the video or do the scrapbook layout, that's from Minte's School Day collection as well. So for me, this is the easiest way that I have found to add embossing powder to chipboard pieces. I put the piece I want to emboss right into my embossing powder. I'm going to use British Monroe Alabaster embossing powder for my white pieces. I'm going to place the chipboard onto a silicone mat. This one is from Honeybee. Now I should be using my tweezers to hold this chipboard piece into place. That would be the best option, but my tweezers, when I went to make this layout, decided to grow legs and walk away. So I'm going to use my scissors instead. I'm putting a couple layers of embossing powder onto all of these pieces because I find that when you add multiple layers of embossing powder to chipboard pieces, you get this lovely smooth enamel coating. Nothing looks, it has such a smooth, beautiful coating when you do it that way. This craft or silicone mat is from Honeybee Stamps, and it's made to do wax seals with, but I like to find multitasking jobs for all of my tools. And one of the really awesome things I found that this silicone mat from Honeybee Stamps works fabulously for is that it will take the heat of an embossing gun or heat tool. It doesn't melt, and it works really, really well for this. Again, I would recommend tweezers, not the tip of your scissors, but oh well. I made do because I was not tearing apart my scrapbook craft area to find my tweezers. The other embossing powders that I am using are from Emerald Creek. One is called Saffron, and the other one is called Rustic Indigo. I did my title and the 3 squares in white, and then with the British Monroe Alabaster embossing powder, which is my favorite white embossing powder. It is just, I love it. I've used many, many brands of white embossing powder, and that is the one that is the absolute best. I will be doing also some blue and yellow pencils. I'm going to put multiple layers of embossing powder onto all of these pieces. And then it's time to get to work on our layout. I am going to use a piece of coconut swirl cardstock from Basil as the base of my layout. And all of the products and collections, papers, things like that I'm using, except for the washi tape, is from Minte's School Days collection. I love that collection. It's so, so pretty. I'm going to cut some paper down. I want to use that chalkboard paper to create a band across my layout for my photos to sit. And then I'm going to use this light teal grid paper to mat my photos. And I'm also going to go ahead and use 2 of the 3x4 cards from this cut apart sheet as a base. And then I can layer some of the embossed icons on top of these clustered 3x4 cards. I am stash diving the washi tape during the month of October. So I am going to use 2 strips of this solid colored washi, one across the top and one across the bottom of this black chalkboard paper. I'm placing this paper, this dark chalkboard paper right across the middle-ish of my page. So I'm watching the ruler on my mat, but I'm not being super picky about it. I just want to get it onto the white cardstock. And then I can decide where I want to place my photographs. I'm going to be using 2 photographs for my project today. I printed them both at 4x6 with a white border, and then I trimmed the white border off, and I could cut my photo mats to 4x6, and they have the perfect light green aqua border now. I'm going to place one more straight and one at just a little bit of an angle. And then I've created 2 areas still on that darker chalk background that I can add my white embossed title. And then there are those 2 little 3x4 cards that they're going to go right there, and I'm going to layer on top of them some more of the chipboard embellishments that I created. These just add a little bit of dimension, a little bit more of a layered feel. It kind of just jazzes up these 3x4 cards. The next thing I want to do, just to create a little bit more interest, is to add a loose collection of embellishments that kind of go down the middle of the page. So there will be lots of white showing up between these elements, and I did this because I really wanted to show off some of the colors, but I have a lot of, this specific collection has a lot of dark tones in it, and so my way of kind of still getting a layout that comes out light and bright is to use those dark tones but add lots of white to the mix, and that's why I heat embossed some of my embellishments with white and why I used white as my background. Once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to use some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive to adhere the chipboard pieces to my layout, and then I'm just using my tape runner to adhere down the paper elements. Another thing that I find I love about Minte chipboard, I'm going to show it to you in just a second. You can cut it with a pair of scissors. That makes me so happy. You have no idea. So again, because this chipboard is less cardboard and more like a thin wood veneer, it is perfect. It's soft enough that you can just cut it with scissors, so you still get that beautiful dimension, but you have a much, I don't know, like a better, I don't know what to call it, material. Like it's made from a better material than the cardboardy chipboard, and I really do like it. And fortunately, it comes in lots and lots and lots of styles and words and icons and doilies and tons of different kinds. And once I discovered this chipboard, thanks to my dear friend Natalie, I use it quite often and really enjoy it. For a finishing touch, I am going to splatter some Brutus Monroe Shimmer Splash in Gilded onto areas of the layout, particularly just around the embellishments. And this stuff is fun, super fun. I love the color. I love the way it dries. I'm still trying to get used to the packaging, but the gold, the actual slim shimmer product is amazing. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you again next month for more fun Technique Tuesday content. Bye.